It's okay. I think it's okay. Good evening. We're just checking that our camera's sort of okay here, so we're just coming back with another wee video. This time we thought, because as I say, we've been making videos answering lots of questions, and this time we thought that we would come in here. We're in Eden at the minute, Debbie's place where she does, well, she's going to tell you what she does here. So in this little video we thought we would talk about Debbie, her work, and Eden. I'll show you around in a wee minute. So tell us all about Debbie Mehaffy.
God. Well, Debbie Mehaffy and the work that I do? Yeah. Alright, well. Okay, so where I work from, Eden, is in a log cabin in my back garden, and in here I provide counselling and life coaching, and I'm a Heal Life teacher, Louise Hay Heal Life teacher, which I learned to be in 2013.
What got you? Tell me what got you into Louise Hay. Tell us how you came across her.
Oh God, that's a story and a half. I worked in refuge at the time around domestic violence, and there was a beautiful woman used to come in to volunteer, and what she used to do was, if she had spare time, her volunteer work would have been around alternative therapy. So she would have done head massage, just for women who maybe were going conventional rate of conventional rate of care, but equally wanted, I suppose it was an opportunity to try alternative medicine. So she would have had back massage, head massage, but if she'd have had a time, she would have come in and had a wee chat with me and my work. And one of the days that she was there, she talked about, we're all great as workers providing support, but what we're not good at is supporting ourselves. So she started to encourage me to look after myself a bit more and providing care for trauma. Obviously there's a chance that you're affected by it too if you don't get good self-care. Anyway, that's a long-winded way to tell you that she came in one day and left a Louise Hay book beside me and said, I think you would benefit from reading that. So I took it and I read it, and I wasn't a great reader at the time, still not. I took my time reading everything, and I felt guilty because I had her book. So I said, I'll bring you that book next week, and even her answer to me was, Debbie, you'll read it when you're ready. And I thought, whatever you're on, love, I want a bottle of it. So I could see her piece, and she introduced me to Louise Hay. So I started to read the book. I started to practice it then when I was working with other women. Just a bit like what we were talking in the other video, if you could change the way you're looking at this, the way you're looking at this will change. So because I started that kind of work then, I've been practicing it for, 15 years maybe, of just reading it and now and again going back to it and remembering why I did it. Because Louise Hay would say that a lot of our emotional, physical and spiritual well-being are all tied together. So for example, if you have a headache, she would say, who's the pain in your head? So it's usually coming from something else. If you're feeling, you have a sore throat, what is it that you can't say?
We've talked about that lots of times.
So there's an emotional reason behind it. And
what about if you have like a urine infection?
Who's pissing you off? Or if you're constipated, what do you hold now?
Or what about if you have diarrhea?
Tell me what do you want to run away from? So there's a whole lot of So I studied it, and then in 2013 I was in a fortunate position to get a bit of support to go and become a teacher. And Louise Hay herself would have recommended, and what's the right word? I can't find the right word, but she would have agreed that there's so many teachers throughout the world, and she would have given permission for particular people that knew her work to become teachers. So I was very lucky to go over to Birmingham, and one of those teachers taught me, and it was just amazing. So from then I also use Louise Hay 311, but I run study programs, I run 10-week programs, run one-off workshops. So yeah, that's another part of what I do. Louise has been the most influence to my work actually, so it comes into coaching and counselling.
You're saying there too, but how blessed for you got to do that, but how blessed are all the people that you've delivered that work to that have got healing from
it too. Well, thank you. But I really do feel blessed that I found Louise Hay, and although I read a lot of self-help books and I'd recommend a lot of work to other people, no matter what I read, a lot of it has stemmed from her work. It all stems back to what she said, which is, there's lots of it's challenging, by the way. So yeah, and then I find in my community work now, I bring a lot of that into what I'm doing now, and I deliver that in the community and in the voluntary sector as well.
And where are you working at the minute doing that? That maybe people could come along and join some of your group classes?
On a Tuesday night I run the women's mental health group in Atlas here in Lisburn, and it runs from 6:30 to 8:30 every Tuesday. And on a Wednesday morning,
sometimes they get buns.
Mostly every week.
Every week.
And a Wednesday morning we have, what are we doing a Wednesday morning?
I'm downstairs painting.
Oh, you do the painting?
Do I get any buns?
No. You have to go upstairs for a bun.
Even though they borrow my pens.
Oh dear. What else I do? Wednesday morning then I run a confidence class. This light's going back and forwards. It must be if we move. Wednesday morning in Atlas again, a confidence program for women. And I suppose like our work, of course, working what we're doing, trying to get out more to do creative conversations work. And then I also work with Emerge here, Suicide and Self-Harm Prevention Centre here based in Lisburn as one of the counsellors there. So lots of varied work. I love it though. I love the fact that I can...
You're like a wee box of magic.
I do. Yeah, what chocolate are you going to bring out now? But I love just the variedness of it all. I love the fact, and of course Eden is just in the back garden, so a typical day would be maybe going out in the morning, doing a piece of work in the community and coming back, having a bit of lunch, someone coming for private practice here till and then in the evening maybe working in running the mental health program. So lots of varied work, but lovely work too. I get to meet such lovely people, both men and women, working with in this wee space, and men and women in the community as well mostly. But yeah, that kind of sums me up, doesn't it?
Well, I'm going to lift the camera and I'm going to do just like a wee round the room, because this space is absolutely beautiful. When I come in here tonight, the fire's lit and it's really, really warm. But when I come in tonight, I said to you, because there's blinds at this side here on the doors, and when you're sort of sitting here the way the lights are and you're looking outside, you nearly feel like you're sitting in a forest. It's really weird. You don't actually feel as if you're sitting in Debbie's back garden in her... What is this sort of structure called? Because I know. It's a log cabin, really. It's a log cabin. So I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to turn it round this way so I can see. Oh, hang on, was that right?
Oh gosh,
how do you turn it round? Oh dear. Hang on. I'll have to do this here. I don't know how to turn it round now.
Maybe you just need it.
I don't know what I did. Anyway, I'll try and do this. So we'll sort of start here, and we have like a wee chair down there, and sort of. I don't know how to turn the phone round. There's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. I'm trying to get all this in. And there's the doors I was telling you about. So it's sort of like when you're sitting in here. It's lovely. And then we come round. It's all back to front, obviously, the writing, but we have lots and lots and lots of gorgeous wee pieces here on the wall and stuff. And then we have this beautiful fire and more chairs. And then our little bookshelf. Look at the angels. To you, it may only be a shed, but to me, it's a sanctuary, and it really is. Yes. I've been trying to talk her into letting me move in here, because I could live here, right? Like, I'm going to fix this again now. So, will I stand here and see if we're okay? Oh, here, where'd you go?
There we go. Back again.
I'm delighted to announce that Disney actually offered me a directorship in their new upcoming movie.
Yeah, don't give up your day jobs.
Dumb, dumber, and even dumber.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, so what else? Just before I finish this wee video, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
That maybe people would want to know, and I am going to ask you, why would someone want to come and use the services of a life coach?
It's a good question. I think my experience of that would be usually, like I had a conversation with someone today who wanted to know what I did, so same as what I've said here, but usually it's a time in your life where you want to bring about change, and you and I were just talking about this before the video started. A time in your life where you're maybe struggling to get things done yourself, and you feel like someone sitting alongside you could help you sort all those things out and decide which one is a priority for you. And then my job, a typical thing for life coaching would be to share your story and things that you feel like you are stuck on. And maybe some of that can be like, I want to tell a family member. It could be like that, right through to I want to change my job, I want to retire, and I want to have things in order. So it could be anything really, but just wanting to bring about change. And my job then is to help you sort through that. And usually someone comes from life coaching after they've shared their story. They'll talk, my job will be something like, well, what 3 things would you like to take on this week? So as you were coming in, there was someone leaving, and one of the things that they are going to take on is to go home and have a few more conversations.
Oh, good.
So it could be just something like that. It could be make a phone call. Could be go and get a form that you need if you want to learn to drive.
Yeah.
By the time I see you the next time, will you have filled in your form? And it's okay if you don't do it, but then the conversation around life coaching is, well, why were you not a priority to do it?
Very good.
So it's just very much for yourself, really.
And this I know well. So if I was gonna suggest using a life coach, because even though I just get life coached all the time,
Bless you.
no, but I do, you know. And I mean, last year in particular for me, I had some difficulties myself, but being able to reflect with you, and in that lovely space that you hold, I was able to come to so many realizations. Some of them very tough, some of them very tough, and some of them it took me a few months to work through actually. And you know that because we talk about it. But without you by my side the past 4 years, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I wouldn't, honestly. I really wouldn't. And I've been living the past, from nearly from the start of the year, because I've started to get my shit in order. I really have, and you know that because we talk about it. And I've been so proud of some of the things and decisions I've made, and some of the stuff I've dealt with. A few more wee things to do. But I actually, for the first time, I can't even remember how long I've lived for the past week into 2 weeks now with like virtually no feelings of anxiety. And I'm crediting that to you. And it's you encouraging me to keep digging in there and keep looking in there. Very painful, but, and you know the Christmas, like very emotional, but I came out the other side of that. I'm so blessed to have you as my best friend.
Oh, well, I think
so I would recommend her, and I will say the best thing about her is she's not one of these people that would sit and go, "Ah, poor you, ah, poor you." You know, it's like get over yourself. But she's fantastic. Takes no prisoners, I always say.
I think,
but very, very motivating. You really, really are.
Well, thank you for that. But and you know what I'll say to you too, that it doesn't matter. It's like anything in life. People can have ideas of how you can live your life or things that you can do, but unless it's the right time and unless you're ready to do it, it won't get done. So I didn't do the work. You've done the work. I've just, I suppose, been alongside you, highlighting the work that
walking
you're
each other home, like we say around us.
Home.
We're walking each other home.
Absolutely, walking each other home. And I suppose the lovely thing about my work is my motivation for anything I ever do is that I see the best in you, and I hope that I can assist you to see the best in yourself. And that's my motivation for everything I do. Even when I say, okay, let's go now. What is it ready to sit down? Is it ready to shift up a bit? And it's okay if you want to sit down, and it's okay if you want to shift up. There's no right or wrong in coaching. But the one thing I usually do say is if you've chosen to do something like this, because you've decided you want to bring about change, so what are you going to do? What are you prepared to do to make it happen?
I know.
So that's the bit. All right, okay, let's
I think over the past 4 years for me, the message, like most deeply, was I think I spent a lot of my life probably waiting to be rescued, basically. And what you helped me see was that I had to rescue me, but everything that I needed to rescue me was already there.
Absolutely.
I just had to dig a wee bit to find it. So
well done you. And life is like that, though. That's what I would say. You know, there's no one size fits all, and quite often when someone comes to life coaching, it'll usually be I don't know what to say. I've had it. I don't even know I'm here.
Mm.
So that's where we'll start as well. Okay, so what's it feel like to be sitting somewhere that you don't know what you're going to say and what you don't know why you're here?
I think it's that I love that word. You become a seeker.
Yeah.
And I think I love that because it was remember the wee thing I told before Kathy Wilded wrote that some of us become seekers. We seek to become whole. We seek to fix that sort of internal thing that you know is not right. Do you know that way? We seek to do that. And what better way?
And it's lovely because I get such lovely. I keep in contact with most people, obviously, at some level or another, and it's so lovely to hear that. Just by doing this wee piece of a journey together and walking each other home, just a little part of the journey, is that I've supported, like you've just given me the gift of, in some way to help you see your own greatness. That to me is, sure, what better job do you want than that? That's why I do what I do.
And you know what? I'm actually starting to see it.
Oh,
isn't that lovely?
No, there's a gift. There's a gift. So that's Eden and that's me, and we will be bringing.
Highly recommend this, ladies, especially hey, in this topsy-turvy world. Highly recommend this, ladies. This lady's 1-to-1 in this space here at Eden. So Debbie Mehaffy, Life Transformations. You can get her through that page, or you can also get her through Creative Conversations page. Yes. Fire over a PM.
Absolutely, love to hear from you and see where the road takes us.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Again. See you later. Bye.